chat about our favourite funny films
Yeah.
rather than the funniest.
Yeah. All right.
Too much pressure.
Our favourite funny films. 1, 2, 3, go. Jem.
Favourite funny films. The film I've laughed the most at, or the first time I watched it, was undoubtedly Borat.
Oh,
I
that's
found
a
that-
show.
I found that so
Everyone's,
funny.
oh.
And none of you can have it because it's my one.
That's good.
that is a good one, actually. Damn it.
I just was like wetting myself with laughter like nearly the entire way through it, and watching it on repeat, it's just as funny. Like Sacha Baron Cohen is just a genius. I didn't particularly like Bruno. I thought that was like he just gone past it a bit, but like it was the perfect point. Special mention I would give to Life of Brian. Found that really funny as well.
Yeah,
classic.
classic.
Great film.
Classic.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Tom, what are a couple of yours or one of yours?
First, shout out to all the Monty Pythons, like Jen did.
Yeah.
The one I laughed at, I've got two separate answers, like favourite funny film and funniest. The one I laughed the most at, laughed more than any other film, was the first Dumb and Dumber. That film had me howling at so many scenes. Like, even the smaller scenes where they're freezing around the lake and they've got fire, and he's like, my hands are freezing, I can't feel them. He's like, here, have my gloves. And then he takes them off. He's like, what, you had 2 pairs on the whole time? He's like, yeah, it's really cold. It's just like, there's so many scenes like that. Or like when he gets his tongue stuck to the ice on the ski lift and has to go back around, like I was in tears. I think that's Jim Carrey's best film.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And the bit where he sells him his dead parakeet to the blind boy and he can't tell, and he's there like stroking the dead parakeet, and it's brilliant. It's slapstick, it's light-hearted, it's also dark humour.
That dead parrot scene was one of the things that I remember my dad going on and on about, and I was just like, yeah, it's old though, it's not funny as a kid. And then like having watched it after being like a little bit older, okay, it's bloody hilarious.
Oh, I love that. But that's the one I laughed the most at. And then my favourite funny film, just as it, because it's the most quotable, is probably Superbad.
Yeah, that's my
I
favourite
just
funny
think-
film. 100%.
I think that is like my favourite teen funny film.
Yeah, I agree. My favourite funny film is Superbad. A special shout out to films like Spinal Tap. But the one that I've laughed out loud the most to was, I've never laughed this hard in a cinema ever, is In-Betweeners movie 2, where they go to Australia.
I love that film.
I love both of them.
The swimming pool scene when they're in Australia with the poo.
Oh, yeah, that is jokes.
And when they're stuck out in the desert and Simon tries to drink Neil's piss.
Yeah.
I've never laughed out loud with the swimming pool bit. I've never laughed out loud so hard in a cinema in my life. And I've never heard a cinema like such a raucous like that. Oh my god! And you just aren't expecting it either.
Mate, when you watch it back, the best scene is where Will goes into the dorm with the girl, and then it's just Jay peering through the quilt, wanking next to them.
The opening scene with Jay, actually, when he's talking through about Australia as well, is actually his time in Australia is so good. When he's just talking about what he's been doing over there, like that whole
I reckon
scene
those
is
films
so good.
they will age well.
Oh, it's just
I
classic
wish I-
schoolboy humour, and I'm so here for it. Like, it was just so good. And the first film as well, to be fair.
Those films will never not be funny.
Oh,
Oh,
I've got a question. Which do you prefer, the first or the second?
I think I prefer the first film, but I think I found the second one. The second one had the more big funny moments, but the
Yeah,
first
it's
one was
cool.
more consistently funny throughout.
Yeah.
I was laughing the whole way through the first one, but the second one was when I was literally howling at certain moments.
You know they Americanized the In-Betweeners series. They made like an American. Guess what it got on? Guess what it's got on IMDb.
It's shocking.
One.
Must be awful.
Someone chucked some ratings around.
1.5.
Oh, it's not that low.
4.2. 4.2.
3.1 is pretty piss poor for a
The
TV.
humour just doesn't transfer, does it? When you've got Americans doing it, and you're just like, what are you doing? It's so bad.
That's emoji level movie.
Yeah, we'll watch that at some point as well.
That's going to be my pick next
None
week.
of us have seen it yet, have we?
I'm gonna watch it just so no one else has to.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Jem.
please.
Take the hit.
Fucking That brings you on to another funny film, in my opinion. I think Four Lions is proper funny.
Oh, we watched that 2 weekends
That will be
ago.
banned in a few years, I reckon.
Yeah.
We watched it a
That's
couple of
very
weekends
close to the
ago.
bone.
It's so
If
good.
Little Britain has been pulled from air recently,
Yeah.
that is gonna go.
So good. So we watched it 2
I
weekends
don't know
ago.
if Four Lions will though, just because the actors themselves are from that ethnic group. So it's like Borat gets away with it because he is Jewish, so he can make the
Apart from
Jewish
Barry. When they're at the training camp and they blow up, they shoot the rocket launch the
Oh,
wrong way around. and
it's a
Just
funny-
hitting a
it's a
sheet
funny
and saying,
film.
we're taking out the food supply.
And Fessel blowing himself up. Yeah, well, we're gonna bomb the mosque. We'll radicalise the moderates and we'll bring an uprising. We're gonna bomb the mosque, Barry.
Oh,
Rubber Dinghy Rapids in it, bro.
I did the initiation with the pea. You put the bean down your belly. The what?
Oh,
Barry. The bean
I
thing.
give another shout out to some of the American pies are very funny.
They are good. The first one's a cracker.
They're
Stifler
like
is just.
nostalgic though. I think they're good.
I always like Beta House. I know it's probably not one of the funniest. I just always found that one really funny, even though that was one of the newer ones without the proper cast. I thought that one was bloody hilarious.
So I
I'm
think,
watching
Jem,
it,
you've tapped into probably like the guilty pleasure funny films, of which I think I probably have two big ones which I actually love, and they are I love Dodgeball
Yeah.
and Happy Gilmore. I think I found both of those properly jokes growing up. And I think, like you say, that Gub, you mentioned like how quotable a film is.
Yeah.
I think if it's a properly funny film, it has to be really quotable.
Chuck
And I
Step Brothers
think-
in there as well. Step Brothers.
Yeah,
I was
fucking
going to
hell.
say, no one's mentioned a Will
Step
Ferrell
Brothers.
movie yet.
Step Brothers was my pick. Step Brothers was my pick.
Oh,
Oh,
there you
sorry,
go.
Liam. Go on.
Somewhere between Step Brothers and this guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nice Guys is a
that's gonna be
crap.
my good-
Oh, I laughed out loud a lot to that. Jesus.
I
forgot
didn't
about
like that film.
Did you not?
Really?
No, I turned it
Oh,
off.
I thought
such a good
the
film.
humour's so good.
Nice Guys was brilliant all the way to the end of the film.
Maybe I need to give it another go. I turned it off, I think.
I think the last third is the funniest third when they get really drunk and they go to that party and
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling falls backwards down the hill.
Just falls off the balcony and then rolls backwards down there.
Fine. Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny.
There's so much rock solid visual comedy in that film.
He
I don't know,
screams
obviously
so
if I had
much.
two hands, but yeah, that's my pick.
Yeah, that is a cracker, that film, actually. He just screams when Russell Crowe's like beating him up and he's like screaming. It's so funny.
I've
So
got
you guys
a
find
question.
Sausage Party funny?
Oh, we saw it, didn't we? We all went and saw it.
Yeah.
And
That seems to split so many opinions. Some
Ah,
people say like, it's so
wasn't
funny.
good.
freaked me out at the
No,
end.
I think you had to be like there's just certain people that find it so funny, and I don't really understand.
Just freaked me out. I didn't like the
I've got a
ending.
question for everyone. If we're doing like on themes of ones, what's everyone's favourite Will Ferrell comedy? Because he's done so many. Like we'll probably have different answers.
Step Brothers for me.
Step Brothers or maybe Anchorman.
My favourite thing with Will Ferrell is Eastbound and Down, but that's a TV series. But it's for all intents and purposes him playing the same character, exactly the same sort of characters as does in film.
James?
I'd probably go. I don't
There's
know.
so
I don't
many,
know.
isn't there?
I think it has to be either one of Anchorman or Step Brothers. So I'd probably go
Blades of Glory, that's
Step
good.
Brothers.
Talladega Nights has been missed out.
Talladega Nights, Semi-Pro.
Talladega Nights is brilliant. Shake and bake, baby.
Actually, I tell you what, my favourite Will Ferrell film is Stranger Than Fiction. It's not even a comedy. Who's seen it?
Oh, I've
Liam,
not seen that.
Liam, you've seen Stranger Than Fiction, haven't you?
Wait, Stranger Than Fiction? No, I haven't seen Stranger Than Fiction. I've seen Stranger Than Paradise.
Stranger Than Fiction is not even a comedy. It's
Who's in it?
it's
Who
Will
directed it?
Ferrell, Maggie Gyllenhaal, Dustin Hoffman, and it's about Emma Thompson's a writer. I think it's Emma Thompson. She's a writer and she's writing stories, but Will Ferrell is the person in that story and he's a real person and his life is being dictated by her, and it's actually really it's a really good film. I actually really enjoyed it, and it's not a comedy at all. It's one of the only serious roles I've ever seen Will Ferrell do. And it's really good. And yeah, Dustin Hoffman's really good in that as well. I'd recommend watching that. Stranger Than Fiction.
Oh, that's going in my watch list.
Shout out to Elf as well.
Elf is pretty good.
funny.
Yeah,
There's just too many, aren't there?
Elf is good.
Too many. That's another category altogether. Your favourite Christmas movie. We'll establish that at Christmas time.
save that for
Nearer
another
to
day.
Christmas.
We'll be going as far as Christmas for sure.
Pineapple Express is also a classic comedy.
Most Seth Rogen's.
All Seth Rogen's shit.
Oh, love.
It's what makes Superbad
He's good
so
value.
good.
What about
The
Hot
interview
Fuzz?
was-
You know, how you were like in those Simon Pegg
Yeah,
ones?
Yeah.
really like Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead. Hot Fuzz is a
Good
classic,
English
actually.
comedy.
Hot Fuzz is probably one of my favourite British comedies, without doubt.
My backup was Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah. The Cornetto.
Favourite
Yeah,
Monty
another one.
Python? What's everyone's favourite Monty Python?
We Life
Life
of
of
Brian.
Life of Brian, but that's the only one I can really remember. I can't
The
really remember
Arthur and
I love Holy Grails because it's so
Holy
Yeah,
Grail.
Holy Grail's another
It's
good
just
one.
it's just stupid, ridiculous comedy.
The ending's so stupid, isn't it?
Yeah.
They all get arrested.
What did you guys think of Ricky Gervais' Life on the Road?
Yeah.
we saw it, didn't we? Didn't we all? I saw it with Youth Girl.
Yeah, we saw it.
I quite enjoyed that, actually.
I thought it was a good film.
So where are you going?
It's aged well.
Huh?
No, most people don't rate that film. It made people think that he was phoning it in and shit.
I think you got to like the character. You got to like David Brent, though, haven't you? It's just
Yeah, I think fans of
He
The Office
is
liked it.
very Marmite. Because
Yeah.
the US office is quite like mass appeal, but the
Yeah.
UK office is quite Marmite.
Yeah, the US Office is just another level of brilliant, though.
Yeah.
We'll save that for another day.
Yeah, that's surely another category, isn't it, Guy?
Do you want to write a little piece on it, Tom?
Yeah. Get on writing.
Yeah, go on, actually.